What's to do, YouTube? It's Holy One, and I'm sure you've already seen by the title, but these are all the games I've beaten in total in the past 20 years I've been gaming. And I've been gaming since I was 5 years old. So, well, actually, I've been gaming since I was 3 years old. So, let's get right to the list. Don't mind my awesome theme. So, every game, console, and handheld, and total games I've beaten is 921 games. I'm not going to go over every game on my list, but you can look over the list as I'm going through and telling you how I gamed on the system, what I played the most on it, and how I enjoyed it. So, for the first console, we have the PlayStation 1, which my parents got me back in 1997, and we had it until 2002, and the total games I beat on it was 23. I really enjoyed playing my PS1. Me and my dad would always compete. And so with my brother, when we played like Digimon World, that was like our favorite game to play. One of my favorites was like playing Gex. And my older brother, he had like the original Doom on there that I would play with him. I also really enjoyed playing Spyro 1 and 2. And Crash Bandicoot, some of the great classics. And there's some other games on there like Final Fantasy Tactics and all those other ones. Alright, moving up, we have the first system I ever owned. And that was the original Game Boy. My parents got it for me back in 1995. And I had it up until 2003. Pretty much all I played on it was Pokemon games, mostly Blue. I started with Blue, and then I got Gold and Silver, Yellow, and Crystal. I did play a Harry Potter game on it with some Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff like that. Oh, Cubic Robots, that's a classic. The original Xbox, 2002 to 2006. The only two games I ever had for it was Halo 1 and 2. That was pretty much all I had for my original Xbox. Next up, I have my Game Boy Advanced from 2003 to 2004. Then I later got the Game Boy Advanced SP, which pretty much it could light up during the dark, because if you 90s kids know, lighting up a Game Boy was very difficult. So I had that from 2004 to 2006, and I had 22 games on it. Again, mostly Pokemon games, like Leaf Green, Emerald, a couple Yu-Gi-Oh games, and some Digimon. Metabots was pretty popular in the handheld, and of course Metroid Fusion, which was my first Metroid game that I beat, and some Mega Man Battle Network games. I had a PS2. My friend let me borrow it to beat Persona 3 and 4 back in like 2006 and 7. My next main home console I got was the GameCube after the PlayStation and PS2 and Xbox broke. I got a paper out and bought a GameCube. That lasted me until 2007. I played 39 games on it. The GameCube was an amazing console. I played the Metroid Primes, the Pokemon Coliseums, some of the Tales games, some Teen Titan games, a lot of Sonic Adventure games. GameCube was a phenomenal console. It was really good. So that's all the games I have here, as you can see. My next handheld, of course, was the Nintendo DS Lite. From 2006 to 2011, I had 30 games on it. Pokemon games, a couple JRPGs like Devil Survivor, Phantasy Star, some Digimon RPG games, some Yu-Gi-Oh! My first Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey on this handheld. Remakes of Pokemon games, Disgaea, Kirby Star Ultra, Sonic Adventures, and Metroid Prime Hunters was a pretty underrated game. My next home console after my GameCube, I bought the Wii. Well, I had my dad. I begged my dad for days to buy me one, and he finally caved in and got it. And boy, was my mother steaming. So I got my Wii back in 2007, and it lasted me till 2012. This is how long I had it for, not my main system, but I got 360 later on. I had 27 games on it. I played Battle Revolution for hundreds of hours. Metroid Prime 3, I beat that on the hardest difficulty. I went through the Guitar Hero phase on my Wii. I played Xenoblade Chronicles. Resident Evil 4 was my first Resident Evil game on a console, which the Wii was pretty dope. Tales of Symphonia, Conduit, some Super Mario games, the Smash Brothers, and Borky was pretty dope. And then later, in 2009, I picked up my 360 because that was after the Red Ring incident. So I had that till 2015. That's when I stopped playing on it. I had 94 games on my system. I use this pretty much for a lot of my multiplats and all that sort of stuff. I got the Halos, the Mass Effects, the Gears, the Fallouts, the Sonics, the Guitar Heroes, the Devil May Cry's, the Darkness, Shadowrun. Lots of great games on here. I got some Japanese games on here, like there were some really good ones on here. The Original Prey, Alan Wake, Protep, and all that. Eventually for high school, I had my PSP 3000, and I used it as my media player because back then people still had like Walkmans and MP3 players, and I was like, my PSP can do the MP3 player and play God of War. So I had that from 2008 to 2012. I had 22 games on it, mostly JRPGs, Ys, Hakuta, God Eater, Persona 3 Portable. Ratchet & Clank God of War, mostly played Japanese games on it. And then after this, I got my Vita from 2012 to 2015. I had 20 games on it, Persona 4 Golden, the Uncharted's, couple Gravity Rush, Danganronpa, some other side games. 1 year after the consoles next-gen consoles launched, I bought Xbox One from 2014 until now. I still have it. I only have 8 games on it. I have multiplats on it, but I don't play them. I had Sunset Overdrive, Recore, Gears 4, Halo, Quantum Break, Gears of War Ultimate Edition. The usual suspects. I later got my PS3 in 2010. I bought it to play God of War 3 until 2017, but man, the PS3 had a lot of games. I had 130 games on it. I still like the 360 better, but the PS3 had a lot of JRPGs. I got my, Uncharted's, I got my Yakuza's, my Persona 3 and 4, my Disgaeas, the Ratchet & Clanks. I got my Sly Coopers on there. I got some Resident Evil games there. Got my Hybrid Dimensions. There's so many games I played. I have some multiplats on it as well. My Assassin's Creed games I played on here. I played my Call of Duties on here, I think, and Deadpool, Dragon Guard, Ni no Kuni 1, all the good stuff. Then I got my 3DS in 2011 until 2017 when I stopped using it, waiting for that Pokemon Switch game. I played 11 games on it: Yokai Watch, Mario Kart 7, Pokemon X, Alpha Sapphire, Monster Hunter 4, Bravery Default, Survivor, Devil May Shin Megami Tensei, and Pokemon Moon, stuff like that. As for the Wii U, the worst console ever made, I had that for like 3 years. I only played 4 games on it: Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 8, Splatoon, and Xenoblade Chronicles X, which half of those are pretty much garbage. Xenoblade Chronicles X, I'm looking at you. I currently own my Nintendo Switch. 20 games on it compared to this. Big difference. I got Kirby Star Out. These are games I beat. All this list are games I've beaten, guys. These are all ones I've beaten. So Kirby Star Allies, Splatoon 2, Pokken Tournament, the usual exclusives: Xenoblade 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Bayonetta's, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild is the reason I got the Switch. Alright, and of course, PC. I've been gaming on PC since 1999 until now. Now, I've always been a budget PC gamer. I've beaten 404 games on it. I've always been a budget PC gamer. You guys can see the list. It's pretty much, the usual suspects every game. I've beaten 400 games on it. I didn't get a high-end PC until 2013, so I had always been a budget dude playing games at subpar resolutions, mostly playing StarCraft. Pretty much I play everything on my PC, from Call of Duties, from every JRPG to the hardest games, Dark Souls, Neo. I have 11,000 achievements on my Steam account. I have 6,000 on PSN, 60,000 on Xbox, but when it comes to achievements, my PC reigns supreme with all its games and all its glory. So feel free to pause anytime to look at these games. And some graphics like Pajama Salmon's Uber are pretty good too. So yeah, feel free to have me on. My accounts are all public, so you can check my achievements for verification. And finally, to wrap up this list, we have the PlayStation 4. I've had that since 2013 to 2018, and I have beaten 53 games on it. So the PS4 hasn't been too bad. I beat Diablo 3, J-Stars, Bloodborne Until Dawn, Last of Us Remastered, big exclusives, Infamous First Light, Dragon Age Inquisition, Persona 5, some other niche game, Disgaea 5, and all that. So that wraps up my list, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is your boy Holy One, out!